YouTube.
Oh, hold on. I'm getting a call on my phone.
Okay.
God damn it.
What's up?
My gram.
Everything all good?
Mm-hmm.
No, my mic is not off. I was just being quiet. Did you post it in all the assorted places?
No, I just got back. I'll do that quick.
Okay. Yeah, my mic is not off. I was just being quiet. Hello, everyone, and welcome.
Oh, dale.
What?
Oh, dale.
As you can see, my co-host is being a bit of a weirdo again, but that's okay because he's my friend.
Aw. You're so sweet.
Thank you. I try. Yes, actually. So, her name actually comes from Irish mythology.
How would you pronounce it?
One second. The website I found it on should mention how you're supposed to pronounce this nonsense. Gaelic is weird.
No shit.
Apparently, it's a Gaelic variant of Eve or Ava.
You've picked the same name.
I didn't realize it was pronounced like that, so I'm going to say it and pronounce it how it looks.
Which is how?
Help
Mm,
me.
I'm not helping you.
Here we go. We'll come back to that.
No, we're gonna talk about it right now.
So basically, it's a game a friend is putting together where it's essentially D&D, but set in the universe of the Fate games.
Nice pivot into a different topic. How do you pronounce her name?
God damn it, I can say it normally, but when you put me on the spot, my brain just goes, nope.
You're streaming every day. You're always on the spot whenever anybody asks you a question. This is tripping you up? Don't pout.
Anyway, so yeah, anywho, so long story short, her name is derived from Irish mythology. The The original holder of her name was the sister of Scathach and consort of Cuchulainn.
And that person's name is...
Yes, I know, but to prevent getting poked fun at for essentially naming my character the same exact thing, I'm pronouncing it differently.
And how would you pronounce it?
I should not be having this much difficulty. Why are you doing this to me?
Because I find it funny.
Whoopee.
Come on, if you got the energy to be sarcastic, you got the energy to say a goddamn name.
Yeah, she'll be pronouncing her name, why is that? Why are words hard at like 10:15 in the morning?
Because you're not fully awake yet?
Maybe.
But also in not in your defense, I don't want to say that because that's not 100% accurate. But also, words seem to be hard for you at any time of the day.
Yes. But anyway, so are things gonna be weird for her if she ever encounters Ku? Maybe. But it's gonna be weirder for Ku than it is for her.
From what Cross told me,
she is a summoner.
master.
Yeah, basically. She is one of the masters and not a servant.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a distinction.
That needs to get made.
Mm-hmm.
She's not the one who sees an incoming enemy servant and goes, I'ma fight that. She's the one that goes, I'ma just stand here in the back and pray it doesn't spot me. Because servants could probably squash a human without trying too hard like an overripe grape.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It is amazing that servants and humans can have sex.
I'd say that's just in Dojins, but then I remember where Type Moon got its start.
Yes. Yes. And also remember Caster Media. She 100% got up to shenanigans.
Yep. Kind of, yes. It hasn't been determined what servant she will be able to call. But given her lineage, it could get very awkward very quickly. Any progress on the other bogey, pyro, or the Krampus? Actually, we do have two Takibi and Amai videos that were recorded yesterday and are currently stuck in editing hell.
You'll never see them.
No, I'll make sure they see the light of day, even if it's just the raw audio. So, anyway.
Anyhoozle.
You know what? Fuck it. Basically, I'm gonna be trying to pronounce her name kind of like it's a variant of Sophie.
Okay. Was that so hard to say?
You would be surprised how difficult very easy tasks can be for me.
I shouldn't laugh. That's very rude of me, but
No, no, no. I laugh at myself too.
at this point, Susan, you have to throw back your head and giggle.
Yep. So she is so like I said before, she is one of the summoners or masters I suppose they're called.
Yes, it is master and servant.
I don't know why, but summoner just makes more sense in my little pea brain. Good morning, darling. What can I do for you? Almost 10:30. I love you, dear. Off he goes. So, as I was saying,
Yeah. I understand why you would think it's Summoner, but please remember this series got to start as a dojin. Master and servant isn't a mistake.
I know, I know. So, our girl here, she's from a very long family of mages that has taken great pains to strengthen their family's bloodline without it becoming a family tumbleweed.
Never let your family tree be a straight fucking line.
Or a tumbleweed.
Yeah.
The Habsburgs are a cautionary tale, not a how to. Hi,
Don't.
Mumsy! Anyway, so.
So.
Hello, Dragon Rider! Now, everything I mention about this character has been gone over with the DM and has received the seal of approval, although I have a feeling it will be used against me.
Oh, 100%.
It is. uh, everyone has been very, very busy through for their own reasons.
Yes.
But yeah, so who's the DM? Crow, i.e. Tauros or Dr. Kronk.
uh,
What?
nothing. Just the fact that that's an actual nickname the server has given him.
Well, it's a nickname they've given Tauros.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, you look at Tauros and tell me it doesn't work.
No, it works, and that's the funny part.
Okay. So basically, given the plotline that our dear DM is going to be going with, her everything is going to be really, really interesting.
Yeah.
Because she has a very personal tie to the plotline.
Oh.
Okay, so from what I've been told, I was given a very brief overview of what we're going to be dealing with so I could make a character appropriately.
Mm-hmm.
So you know the the upcoming bit in Grand Order where we essentially get to go clean up Lady LeFay having a temper tantrum.
Yep.
Well, something a bit like that, just it's still a singularity and has yet to become a full on Lost Belt.
Okay.
My character is involved because, due to her familial lineage, okay, what? If anything goes amiss with that little chunk of the timeline, there is a heavy duty chance she might not exist.
So you're using that premise.
Yep. DM approved it, so I don't see why not.
Fair enough.
Hi, Crow! Yep. So, in the Fate universe, Morgana had children other than Mordred.
Yep.
I think 3 sons and 1 other daughter. I'll
Yep.
need to look that up later.
I think he accurate.
One of those siblings, I say one of them because I need to double check which ones didn't bite the big one when
Mm-hmm.
Camelot kind of exploded. One of them survived and then went on to found the family that this dear girl is a part of. If the timeline goes wrong, there's a chance she just won't exist anymore.
Right.
The awkward moments are her mostly laying her eyes on her ancestors and going, "Oh, this is a train wreck." Is Morgana a servant? Yes, she is, and for reasons known only to God, although it does kind of make sense when you consider what Morgana's done, they made her a berserker class. She still uses magic, but she's been typed as a berserker.
Which I I'm upset.
Consider the things Morgana has done, and you tell me if with somebody with all of their marbles would pull stuff like that.
No, no, no. I'm upset that she's just a saber face.
They're sisters. It'd be weird if they didn't look related.
I'm just saying it feels like a cop out. They
I,
could have done so much more with her design, and they just copy pasted Saber Alter.
again, I state they're sisters. It'd be weird if they didn't look related. An insane magician. Oh dear. Not just an insane magician. An insane magician so potent she was thought to not even be human. Because her surname, LeFay, does mean of the Fae or of the fairies. And I would say she outsmarted Merlin, like that was an achievement, but Fate Universe's Merlin doesn't really do much. Hmm.
That's a little harsh to Merlin.
Am I wrong, though?
No, but it's still a little harsh to Merlin.
Yeah, but it's still just a, am I wrong? No. Okay.
No.
Well, the bloodline's a long way back, so she doesn't have as much potential for cray cray. If her family had used the Habsburgs as a how to guide instead of as a do not, it would be a little. There would be a slightly higher odds of her not being all that well wrapped. But she was. But her family actually quite obsessively checks up on the pedigree of anyone marrying into the family. So there's no accidental, oh dear, that's your cousin.
Good.
But yeah, it's gonna be weird for her to encounter the Camelot servants because it's like, oh no, I'm related to you. This is awkward. And there's the whole Morgana situation, which is just the less said about that about that relative, the better. Fiance assigned to her. Her dad's looking, but no word on if there's been any success on finding her one yet.
Makes sense.
And even and should she be assigned one, she knows her dad's a good enough judge of character to not pick a weirdo.
Here's this guy. His name's Shinji Mato. He's got this weird magic with bugs.
Her dad, nope. Yeah, her dad just sort of looks through the dude's like magic version of a Tinder profile. Nope. Why'd you say no to that one? Boy got crazy eyes.
But he's Shinji Mato, heir to the Mato bloodline.
He has crazy eyes. Besides, I think one of the cousins married in a couple of years ago.
Whoops. Shit, there goes Susan's mic.
Wait, we good?
We're good
May
now.
just be allowed
You
to
just roboted hard.
pick again. Well, I haven't spoken to Crow about it, but I imagine she does get the final say. It's like, alright, sweetheart, here are your options. Her, nope, nope, bleh, nope. And her the ones in her family who care about that sort of thing do keep very, very heavy duty genealogical records. Her opinion is considered. So it's like, here are your options, dear. Nope. Nope. Lights the Matto profile on fire. Yeah, it's just I can only imagine that the Matto dude has just like massive crazy eyes.
I'll get a picture of him.
Just a thank you no. Her opinion is considered. Can confirm. Yeah, and besides, I imagine. Okay, so yes, it's good to keep a track out for the family tumbleweed, but past a certain degree of genetic separation, it doesn't really matter all that much. Yeah, then they finally get one where it's like, okay, yeah, I'll take this one. Oh, here's a nope. Or a couple of years of nope.
There's
Well,
Shinji.
let's have a look at you. Oh dear lord, your face is very punchable. Like, I can't
You can't
explain.
punch me! I'm Shinji!
Okay, fine. Can I just like accidentally drop kick him down the stairs? Right, and she won't turn down like every dude that's presented to her. It's just like okay, some of these dudes look nice. I'd like to get to know them a bit better before I make a final decision. Basically, she has prospective suitors that she's in touch with, mostly so she could judge, like, are you a good person about things? Because she loves her family and does not want to bring jerk into the line. So we're basically looking for a fate version of nope, you did not misspell his name. She's not rejecting every prospective suitor outright. The only ones she outright rejects are ones we're just looking at them gives her a bad feeling.
What? How could you get a bad feeling from Shinji?
Just I don't know, just something about it just makes you go, nope. Also, pretty sure he doesn't survive his Grail War.
What? Shinji Mato? Heir to the Mato bloodline?
Please tell me someone feeds him to those stupid bugs. Or just does something viscerally unpleasant to him.
Oh my god. You got a real bloodlust for Shinji.
I've read the wiki. I know what that dude gets up to in his downtime.
Oh, well, why didn't you lead with that?
Fair enough.
I wouldn't have been beating around the bush if I didn't think I could convince you.
library. Yeah, her family has an entire library dedicated to the miscellaneous family trees. Because her family's like, yes, careful management of the family bloodline results in very strong magic. However, we do not want a family tumbleweed. That explains the entire library devoted to genealogy. And why you buy ancestry tests in bulk. Didn't even know you could bulk order those.
We didn't until we tried it.
Did the people at the store just not ask questions?
Nope.
Fair enough. Yeah, she would vastly prefer to enter a relationship for love, but she is not above just picking a dude that looks cute and seems to have a good personality. It's just like, I can maybe fall in love with him later.
Mm-hmm.
Anything involved. Fair enough. Because that seems to be a thing with wizarding families. Which makes sense. I mean, arcane components are probably one of the priciest bits of working magic.
Oh yeah. Especially if you're using the magic Arene uses. Ren!
Can you not?
I just wasted a gemstone that costs more than your house.
Runs into the mail, Grand Order Master. Just like, hi, how are you? Some
Hi.
conversation.
Hi, my name's Ritska. Help me.
Why do you need help? You seem to have things well in hand here.
Points back to Session Kiara, Kama, Mash, Raiko. Just all of them. Just like, help me.
I don't know how to help you. Yeah, it's definitely just a I don't know. I'd help you, but I don't know how.
Take me with you.
I got told to come here. Some similarities, but not copy paste. Also, according to Crow, we're going to be in the U.S. Branch office and not in the main one where everything's on fire
Yeah, makes sense.
and or exploded.
Yeah, makes sense. Shit happens to Ritska, man.
And when he goes, I need a hug, everything that answers his call scares the bejesus out of him.
Everything that answers his call for a hug wants his dick. And that's not me being insensitive, that's just me looking at the situation.
And knowing how this world is painted, how it works. The Geo main character has 100% been traumatized.
Oh yeah, no, he went through Solomon. He's not having a good time. Were you meaning to put the dot dot dashes there?
I was intending to have it be like an obvious stitch, but since it's going to be a different color, it would make sense that there be a clear sort of seam there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You can go back and make it a stitch later, but for when you're coloring, line's not going to be helpful to you.
yeah. Yeah, he seems to have a similar personality. I don't think the Grand Order protagonist has a personality.
No. He has the personality of what you give to him.
Yeah,
Actually, you know what? No, he does have a character.
oh?
Yeah, Ritsuka's, Ritsuka, no, it's Ritsuko, that's the male, and then Ritsuka, the female. They have the same personality. That's very much, I'm the hero, but I am the underdog.
Basically the personality
Like
of, why
they both,
me?
they both seem like characters that could be played by Johnny Young Bosch.
Okay.
They're very Ichigo about their position.
Just, so, I'm the hero now. Yup. A lot of things are gonna come try to kill me, aren't they? Yup.
Oh yeah.
How many things? All of the things.
Some literal gods.
Okay then.
Have fun in Babylon with Tiamat. Wait, what?
Is it weird that I think Tiamat's kind of. I just think she looks cool.
No, dope fucking design. I hate that Faco Arcade got her instead of the Fate mobile app because the Faco Arcade stuff has never been transferred to the mobile app.
Ah. Solomon, Salem, any of the lost. Yeah, dude needs a vacation.
He gets one whenever an event comes along. Because all the events are also canon.
That must be strange sometimes. Go Arcade is a bad civilization. How many things? Yes.
Yeah. Fate Arcade. They got female Merlin.
Why did they make. You know what? Nope. We're just looking at the fact that in Grand Order you can have more than. Yeah. Having more than one summonable servant does speak to a bonkers mana capacity.
Um, it's not Ritsuka's mana capacity. It's the way their system works. Ritsuka has no mana. Uh, the servants are sustained with the mana of Chaldea itself.
Which is a mana hotspot.
Yeah, literally on 3 cross delay lines.
The building itself fuels them, not you.
Yeah. Ritsuka has literally 0 mana. He cannot cast spells. All of his
He can
stuff
try.
is all of his stuff is basically augmented magic. Yeah, tech augmented magic. That's why, depending on how you dress, Ritsuka changes your skills.
No, he does. The command seals are a whole other thing.
Yeah. Command seals are a different type of magic entirely. Command seals are magic wrought by the Holy Grail.
That can get hot glued on you if you have all the magic casting capability of a brick.
Yeah. Shiro Emi can use command seals.
The man also has Excalibur as a heart transplant.
Yeah, no, true.
Well, Excalibur's sheath. My bad.
Yes. Yes, the sheath of Excalibur.
Explains how he was able to get Saber with no other components.
He didn't even know the summoning circle was there.
He just kind of went bonk, and the circle went, "It's activating time!"
Yeah, he was fighting Ku. He dropped a little blood. The blood activated the seal, and then he just started giving a hero's speech. And Saber's like, "Oh, okay,
I
that's my
like this.
cue."
I like this one. I like this one. Hi, Ku. Ku. Oh, fuck.
At your behest, I have been summoned.
Oh, god damn it.
Ku immediately. I don't get paid enough for this shit.
And it's a. Okay, I don't know what I'm dealing with, but I don't get paid enough for it. Much,
Yeah,
much,
because
much later. Oh, that one. Yeah, nope.
Saber's got an invisible weapon.
For a good. Until she decides it's visible when she wants to pull out the wow factor. It's like,
It's smart on her part.
because her weapon, like Ku's, is very visually identifying.
Yeah, and
Unfortunately for Shiro, Gil, Hercules, and Father Kotomine exist. Who just live to pile stress upon his poor unfortunate soul of a life.
poor unfortunate soul.
It's gonna face started. I don't think she'd be interested in him, honestly. It's not due to anything superficial like, oh, he has a low mana count or anything. It's just, dude, you have a lot you need to be working through before you start thinking about dating. Also, points to MASH. I think you're kind of spoken for already.
Yeah, you try to hook Ritsuka up with an OC while Mash is there? Your OC's dead.
Yeah, it's just like, first up, you got way too much you need to work on to even think about entering the dating pool. Second, I think she likes you.
Senpai?
What gave you that idea? The fact that she hasn't stopped making aggressive eye contact with me for the past, like, 5 minutes?
Pulls out big fucking Hulkin shield. Get away from Senpai.
Going now. Later. Oh, that was what I was gonna ask him. Darn it, now I don't know where the coffee machine is. I'll just ask one of the servants. Excuse me, miss. Can you tell me which machine's the coffee machine?
Pray you don't find Kiara.
That will go badly.
Yes, it will. I don't know where the coffee machine is, but I know where you can get milk.
Huh?
Hmm?
Just benevolently confused. Just what?
Hmm? I didn't say anything.
Greatsko has a therapist. Unfortunately, all the servants just need counseling.
Mm-hmm.
The
To
entire
be a servant is to need counseling.
the entire Pendragon line needs just family therapy. Look at how that little family group functions and tell me they don't need therapy.
Oh no, they do.
Arteria and Mordred are essentially abridged Vegeta and Trunks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just a. All of y'all need therapy.
Notice me! No!
So, Arteria, why don't you acknowledge your offspring?
I have a son? Oh shit, I have two of those.
Brings Mordred in front of her. Do you see a family resemblance?
Yes, I know exactly whose child you are, Mordred.
Okay, we're making progress.
Takes Mordred to a different saber face. You really look like this woman!
One moment. Takes out servant compatible version of a paternity test. Just take this, please. Open. Do not make me do this like we're trying to pill a cat, Mordred. Open. A little bit later. Oh dear. That's a lot of a match. Like that. That should not. Goes over to back over to Saber. So, do you have any siblings that I need to know about?
I mean, there's Morgana.
I'm about to ask you a very concerning question, and I need you to answer as honestly as possible, and I'm not going to judge you for it. To your knowledge. Wait, you're a girl, your sister's a girl. How the fuck? Merlin?
Marilyn.
Ah, okay. No longer need to worry about that bit. I just no longer need to worry about that bit. Okay, so oh dear God. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm giggling so much.
Are you having a giggle, mate? Merlin, the dick wizard.
Tell me that's not funny.
No, it's great.
Ah, excuse me.
It's especially great if you think that's all Merlin's good for.
Can Merlin do other spellcasting shenanigans? Yes. Do we see him ever do them? No.
The only spell we know he ever truly cast was giving Arturia a dick.
And that didn't even technically work. I was like, so, Arturia, you, as yourself right now, have full memory of how your legend ended up, right?
Kind of.
Okay. So, do you remember every person you've shared a bed with?
How dare you ask a question of a king?
I'm asking with no judgment and for an entirely benevolent reason.
Yeah, I know. I just don't know how to roleplay this, so I'm trying to stop.
Fair enough, fair enough. I'll shut up now. Yeah, just that conversation would be kind of entertaining. Because I don't think Arturia was ever made, like, aware of how Mordred exists, and that would definitely be a oh boy, y'all need family therapy.
No, they do. They 100% do.
Because that's just, there's way too much of a genetic match here. Is this character's mode of dress very old fashioned? Yes, but she likes it.
Fair enough.
But yeah, she does have yeah, she's a very nice girl, very sort of, can someone describe Nash's personality? Desperately in need of therapy.
Very devoted to senpai.
And picked up that devotion after knowing him for less than 5 minutes.
No, not really. The way the story goes, Masha was always supposed to be a pseudo servant, but she was supposed to be a pseudo servant to the cryptors before they got put into comas.
Before things happened.
Yeah. Um. Uh. So Mashu was always she was always supposed to be this very devoted pseudo servant. She was supposed to be the backup. So when she got reassigned to Ritska, her devotion at first was just to the job, just like, yes, let's do it. I can fight so long as you exist. And then after going through singularity after singularity with Ritska, her devotion stopped being just, I am the servant, you are the master. It started being more like, we're in this together, and I can exist because you can.
That,
That's
that makes
when
that makes sense.
Yeah, that's when they started, at least Mosh started having romantic feelings. I feel like that happened around the Camelot singularity, once Mash learned who she's actually getting her pseudo servant nature from. Oh yeah, plus Mash is being a pseudo servant kind of kills you quick.
Yeah, it does not have the longest life expectancy, but there's shenaniganery after a certain point.
Mm-hmm.
That keeps her around. Time to cook unsupervised. Oh no.
And that's the last we ever heard of Mumsy.
He's at least gotta survive till Friday. It says like 2 years. I I don't think they expect her to survive past like 19 or 20.
Mm-hmm.
And she's what, 16?
17 now with the lost belts.
But due to the shenaniganery that occurred with her, she's most likely not going to drop dead anytime soon.
We can hope.
He has the UK ZMA. I don't expect her to see her past 18. And Mumsy has emergency services on speed dial. Everything should be fine.
What?
Um, Mumsy
No, what?
has
No, what Thawne posted.
uh report of a nuclear explosion in Western England. Mumsy cooking.
Oh,
Boom.
I thought he was being serious.
When
I
is
was
he
getting on
ever?
the. I don't know, but I was getting on the news like, what the fuck?
Now the question comes: do we give her hair that makes her easily IDable as someone of Pendragon stock, or do we go a little different with it? Let's go different with it.
Sure thing.
What do you think of that for a good like base color for the hair? Needs to be on a different layer.
Looks good to me.
It'll look it'll look more lively as we progress.
Fair enough.
But yeah, this girl now, one of the things that made the Pendragons a little bit the way they were is, well, hinted at in their name. There's dragon's blood in the lineage.
Mm-hmm.
Hence why her family is very focused on strengthening and preserving that dragon's blood. Are there rumors her family's up to weird shit? Yes, but there's rumors that every wizard family is up to weird shit. Yes. Well, either that they seduced a dragon or killed a dragon and drank its blood or something. Somebody, somehow, through methods unknown and potentially best left to the imagination, got dragon's blood into the family line. How this occurred is unknown and potentially should stay that way.
I know how they did it.
Do I dare ask what your idea is?
They fucked the dragon.
You know what? At this point, I just. Nope. Oh boy, fire! I have a bad feeling about this. Mums, are you okay?
Once again, I don't know if these
Okay, I put it
actually.
out. Okay, so there was actual fire at some point. The fact that he mentions putting it. One of the. Well. The thing is, I don't actually know why in the Pendragon. Why there. I don't know the whys or hows of the Pendragon blood getting the dragon blood getting into the Pendragon's lineage. All I know is that it's there.
Somebody. A dragon.
We don't know who. We don't know when. We just know that they did. Nobody's fessed up to it. But we can rule some people out.
I think it was Artoria.
In some incarnations of the legend, thank you, Mumsy, they made Arthur using magic, and part of the spell used what included dragon's blood as one of the ingredients.
Mm-hmm. That's a cop out. Somebody fucked a dragon.
Yes, but nobody's admitted to it.
Why wouldn't you?
Wanting to get looked at funny at the round table. D&D Fate? What character are you making? Oh, so sorry, I'm late. I'm making my summoner character.
Master.
It feels weird to call a female character a master, so I'm going with summoner. That's gender neutral.
Mistress.
That's weirder. Look weird at Tristan wants to. Please tell me Tristan's not related to Arturia. 1 second. Google. Hey.
Oh boy, are you looking it up? You did
Saying
this to
mistress
yourself.
is weirder than master means you all got her. I talk about monster girls. Yes. Not related, still once. That doesn't help.
I think he's just saying in general.
Oh, okay, okay. I was very concerned. If you really reacts at the anyway, Alabama. No, no, that's what Morgana did.
Sweet home Camelot.
uh,
Lord, I'm coming home to you.
just awkward silence. Just do do we ask about it? No.
No, we never do. We never talk about this.
Why? I'm very confused. just be glad you don't know all of what's going on. Okay. Much later. Okay. When was I going to find out about some things?
Never.
And dragon gets monster. Ah, master is gender neutral. Okay. Fair enough. I guess I'm just weird. Oh, that's something on my screen. I'm like, why won't that little speck of black go away? That's just a dirt speck on my computer.
Oh, lordy.
Well, dust. Aren't we all weird? Yes.
Yeah.
And I suppose it's less weird because I suppose Tristan's deal is less weird because it's a by marriage cousin and not because it's a by marriage aunt and not a by blood aunt, but it's still weird.
Nope, still weird.
Part 1 of chicken curry successful. Yes, mums. I'm glad you're succeeding at making the chicken curry, and it only ended in a small house fire. Only ended in a small fire. For the sake of your wife, please don't burn your house down. There we go. Uh, it would be weird if the people here weren't weird. Wife just phoned because the nosy neighbor caught him. You're cooking unsupervised with no recipe visible. You're a braver man than I am. Best of luck to you in all your endeavors. You know, I kinda like the look that's ending up out of this.
Yeah, it's starting to look good.
Now we just do the eyes.
What was that noise?
Oh, sometime. What is your character's servant and what class are they? Her servant hasn't been. She hasn't summoned her servant yet. I will say this though: if it is a servant from Camelot, it's gonna be really weird. Especially if it's the one where that her family draws their lineage from. So she's If she pulls Zerker Lancelot, it's gonna be really hilarious and really awkward really, really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, good news. I got us a servant that should be able to protect us. What's the bad news? Our enemy will be able to hear him coming from like 5 miles away. Why do you say that? It's like, you summoned a servant, cool. Did it say anything? Just screamed at me. Moment of quiet. Never once in my life have I been so happy I didn't. Never once in my life have I been so happy I inherited my mother's hair. Everyone else think he wants Arthur? Where does the nosy neighbor get a fire extinguisher from? Everyone else. Yeah, it's just like the yeah, it's just a so why are you concerned about what your servant's gonna be about the stealth capabilities of your servant? It's a berserker class. Oh, that can't be too bad. That's also the one noise he makes. Also, I'm pretty sure the bond between master and servant is the only thing keeping him from killing me. What makes you say that?
Strangling grip towards the air.
I think he mistakes me for the one he wants to kill. But why? You don't look at all like her. Do you think he cares? Why does Berserker Lancelot want Artoria dead? Let's see. So, one of the big conflicts in Camelot is that Lancelot and Guinevere, i.e., Arthur's wife, have fallen very, very much in love. The story on whether it's just chivalric and knight to his lady love, or if the two have bumped uglies, varies from story to story, but needless to say, Arthur is not happy about this. Although in the Fate universe, it's like, what did you expect, dude? You are essentially forcing this woman to be a lesbian. She does not seem into it. So Guinevere, before a trial and everything, because back then this was a whole trial shenaniganery, got yeeted up into a tower and got told stay there and be a good girl.
Mm-hmm.
Lancelot hears about this and kinda loses the plot.
Yep.
And by kinda, I mean becomes so determined to rescue his lady, he kinda flattens the skull of one of his fellow knights.
Yep.
Actually, Ren, Morgana had nothing to do with why Zerker Lancelot exists. For once, Morgana can go, I didn't do that! and and I believe it was Gareth who got her skull just pancaked because poor sweetie forgot to wear her helmet to work that day. Anywho, so it's like, why does Zerker Lancelot? Why would Zerker Lancelot desperately want this girl in the ground? Well, in some stories, Morgana told Arthur about it. I don't know why. Maybe that's just Morgana wanting to stir the pot so her sibling can't have nice things.
I feel like it's just because I feel like I've said this before. I feel like it's 100% just a thing of Morgana was just tired of hearing it.
It's like, can you please make them shut up?
Like, dear God, they're so fucking loud at night. I can't sleep.
Wait, who is?
Your right hand man and your wife.
Eyebrow twitch. Give me a moment.
Yeah, sure.
Everything proceeds to go horribly, horribly wrong.
Morgana afterwards. What the fuck did you do?
Ah, yeah, and yes, Gareth had their skull smudged. Morgana also would have extra reason to be pissy about that because Gareth was one of her kids.
Oh yeah, at that point, Morgana's just like, hey, fucking kill him, please.
I accidentally showed the mural. If the man had enough free time in prison to draw a mural of what he really wanted to be doing right now. But yeah, it's just. Honestly, I'm surprised Morgana didn't take care of it herself.
Probably just couldn't be bothered.
Yeah, it's just. I have other things to deal with. Let's put the highlight. Actually, let's try this layer and see what comes of it. Fucking nothing. Okay, good to know. That's what did you write? Awkward silence.
The fucking line is what I wrote.
Oh, that's why it's not doing anything.
Why?
The blur tool was still active instead of the pencil.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna be blurring this and toning down the opacity of it so it's not quite so blistering to look at.
Yeah. Because right now it just looks like she's just been taking a marker to her hair. Low more. Right about there.
Well, I have other little. I have other types of layer I can play with. That looks good.
Yeah.
Who exists? Lot of things. Hello, darling. How are you? Good. Good.
No canoodling on stream. Oh God, what?
There is a small part of me that's going to hell.
What?
Check the stream chat. Not the channel, but the live chat.
No, that's good.
I regret nothing. I don't think any of. I don't think it'd be. If you're going to be a gremlin, then regret nothing about being a gremlin.
Right. What's up with the Susan sigh?
Oh, nothing. Just I forgot to switch over what I was doing with the bucket tool. How many female servants exist? Yes.
Yeah, a lot of them.
A lot of the servants are female, even some that in their stories weren't.
Mm-hmm.
There are some days where it's just, oh, Fate announced a new character. Cool. We have to put in 0 days since Type Moon gender bent something. Oh, why?
They announced Hephaestus, and it's a girl.
Oh. Opinion is female. Why? Althea doesn't know. There have been choosers already. The thing is, servants haven't even been picked yet. This is just
I'm gonna see what my dog's barking at real quick.
yeah, this is just me like figuring out my character. That would require approval from the DM. It's me. We already have a writer, and it's not that cheery. What if Alfie started dating a servant? Well, I don't know how that would work, really.
I'm back.
I mean, yes, it's. Never mind what I just said. Carry on. And they when they heard the words right with me, I think let's look up mistaken and picked up Gwen. That probably would have got him murdered. Just, sir, where's Lancelot? He got lost. Oh, okay.
I just thought of something.
What?
So I don't think Lancelot should be a rider. But Guinevere should be.
Oh, that would be great, though. Who? Guinevere! King Arthur's wife. Not sure if that marriage even counted, because Arturia's a girl. And I'm not sure how progressive that time frame was regarding lesbians.
Well, nobody gave Artoria shit about it because they would have died.
Nobody checked. No servant on female master. Maybe. There's now the eternal question has arisen. What would happen if a servant and a master tried to further the human species?
It would result in a mana transfer.
Female master, male servant. Could anything come of that?
According to the original Fate Dojin, no. According to that, all it does is just give the servant a nice top off on mana.
Fate fans have always tried to answer that question. What would can the servants and the masters reproduce? Unknown. Most likely the answer is no. And just to satisfy one little thing that's been bugging me. Hey, darling. How are you? Pretty good. Hmm. Pulled off a Jean. Well, that's the thing. She kinda did. So, a thing about the Sword of Choosing, which is a different sword from Excalibur entirely and is called Caliburn, if I recall correctly,
You are correct.
is that once the sword is yoinked from the stone, the person who yoinked it out of the stone stops physically aging.
Also correct.
Artoria yoinked the sword out of the rock at like 15.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, at 15, the puberty fairy had not come to visit Artoria yet. So nobody noticed?
Yeah. I wonder when the puberty fairy did come, because then we have Ryder,
Well, that's when she's
Lancelot with
who is
Rongaminiad.
who has certainly developed.
Definitely a woman.
So Artoria, Lily, Caliburn, yep. So a memory has been revived for me.
Mm-hmm.
So Ryder who? So Artoria is one of those characters who is in a lot of classes.
Yeah, and I actually misspoke. It's Lancer Artoria.
Yeah. It's easy to get confused because she's on a horse.
Yes.
Lancer Artoria, and technically Lancer Artoria Alter, who is also a Lancer. That just must be weird. Are is a Artoria close to the end of Camelot. Like the Artoria that made herself known at the final battle. Despite what the original source said. Yeah, so at some point, so Artoria picks up Rongominiad, turbo puberty happens. And then we have, well, Lancer Artoria. Are all so they're not necessarily darker versions of the original forms. They are just ones that take the ones that take Artoria's ideals and go further with them, if I'm recalling correctly. Felix, please, for the love of God, tell me if I'm wrong.
I'm sorry, what were you saying? I was looking at something.
The altars are basically the hi, a bad choice has been made. I am the manifestation of that poor choice.
No.
You have to deal with me now.
No, that's not it.
Crow explained it as that the altars are like the the negative side of the servant that's been brought to a corporeal form.
Yeah, you can say that, but that's also not entirely accurate. That's basically blanketing.
So what's a proper explanation for what the hell an altar is?
Okay. So, for what an altar is, we're going to look at someone like we're going to look at Saber and alter Saber, and then we're going to look at somebody else who disproves the point. Saber and alter Saber proves the point that Crow's making, that it is just a worse personality point brought to life. Saber is the King Arthur we know, the legendary hero, the grand unifier of hope, all of that.
Okay.
Saber Alter, on the other hand, is someone who was corrupted by a curse of the Holy Grail. It is the merciless side of King Arthur. Yeah, it just this is the Arthur that the enemies would see. This is the Arthur that the enemies told the stories of, if anyone survived Arthur. Just ruthless, not holding back any power, just destruction incarnate.
Okay.
But we go into Arthur's lore again. This Saber Alter is cold. It seems like a completely different person to Artoria, but if you dig deep, it's the same baseline. It's just so it's not a different person. It's a different way of a worldview. So, like, if you look at Okita Soji, the Okita Soji we know, the Saber Okita, is the very sickly samurai girl who didn't know, incredibly talented swordsman, captain of the police force, the Shinsengumi, but died young because of lung disease. And then we have Okita Alter, which isn't Okita at all.
But some other entity.
Okita Alter is something that can only exist because the heroic spirit was specialized just to kill Nobunaga.
Okay.
It is entirely different.
It just got given that name because the
used
spirit.
Okita as a baseline.
Okay.
It is still Okita, but it's not using any fuck of the story of Okita. When you look at an altar, you really have to look at what story is coming through with that altar. For Saber Altar, it's the ruthlessness that her enemies would see. If you look at Lancelot, technically Lancelot Zerker and Lancelot Saber, you can call them altars.
Right, you could call one the altar of the other.
Yeah. And that's not, oh, this is Lancelot with his worst traits, this is Lancelot with his best traits. It's here's Lancelot Saber before he started fucking Guinevere. That's who Lancelot Saber is. Lancelot Zerker's after that shit went down. It's different point in the story.
And his sanity kinda unraveled more than a little. The man just needs therapy.
Yeah. One of the best examples of a alter not just being a random different version I like to point out is Atalanta. Atalanta alter is not just the
Atalanta on a bad day.
Yeah, no. Atalanta alter is a different story. It's the story of the Boar Cloak. And it's a weird telling of the story of the Boar Cloak, which it made her mad with power and allowed her to turn into the boar. Yeah, it's using the cloak of it's using the pelt of the Caledonian boar. But Atalanta Archer is it's still Atalanta.
But a different story is being told.
Yeah. So saying a alter. No, Nobunaga's very weird. We'll get to that. But focus.
Sorry.
No, that's me talking to me. Yeah. Saying altars are just the worst traits of a servant manifested, and that's how you get an altar, is very cut and dry. And I personally don't like that way of thinking, because it's a way of thinking that negates some of the cooler altars like Okita and Atalanta. For Saber, yes. It's highlighting Arthur's coldness that he had to adapt to become a good ruler. For Jean, 100% that makes sense, but Jean Alter only exists because Gilles de Rais made a wish on a Holy Grail to have his Jean, and the wish got twisted because Giles is twisted.
Because Giles is a few pancakes short of a stack.
Yeah.
Look at that man's fish-eyed self and tell me he's all there.
Yeah. It's all interesting.
Master Giles is definitely a few pancakes short of a stack. Giles isn't short a stack. You asked for pancakes and he gives a corpse. And then you're left having to ask the question of, where did you get this and do I want to know? Because the answer, most generally, is no. I don't want to know where you got this. So, all the servants can kind of just hang out in the, in the, in Chaldea, right?
Yeah, Caldea's a huge fucking monowell, and it's why you can have it's the lore reasons for why the game's a gotcha.
Altar summoned in the campaign. The better altar. Well, it depends on what you're trying to go for with the altar.
Yeah.
Because
I'm not the one running the campaign, so I can't answer that question.
well, here she is, I guess. Technically, they're an altar. Technically, they're an altar because they have something they never should have gotten their mitts on in the first place, and I'm concerned.
Yeah. She looks adorable.
Thank you. I'm glad you think so. Anyways, I'll stick the watermark on later. Anyways, thank you all very much for stopping by. I hope to see you all again soon. Bye for now.
Toodles!